Hey guys, it's Parsifal. I also go by Will, and I am back with another topic video. This is just going to be a really rambly video because I just want to talk about this thing that I am going through right now, and it's really frustrating, and I just want to talk about it. Excuse me if you hear any noise in the background. Everyone in my house is awake right now, so there's just going to be noises and conversations going on in the background, possibly that you can possibly hear through my door, possibly not. So here is the thing. I'm probably going to title this something like Emotional Dysregulation Sucks. And that is basically what this video is about, is emotional dysregulation. So it's going to be a slightly heavy topic because it's talking about like emotions and it's like reasons why people might have emotional dysregulation and what that means and all that stuff. So if listening to people's emotions is like a emotional issue for you, you might want to mute this and just put on your own music, as I usually suggest. Art in the background is a chibi of Ragna, an OC who's owned by Prince Loppy on Twitter, and it was, I believe, an art trader commission. I don't remember at this point. It's been a while. As you can maybe see, no, you can't actually see the date on my computer screen for that recording, but yeah, this is pretty old footage. But yeah, um, so emotional dysregulation. What is it? Emotional dysregulation is a sort of symptom or a state or it's a dysfunction of the brain, sort of. I don't really like using the word dysfunction of the brain, but it is the inability for someone to regulate their emotions. It can sometimes be very simplified into saying someone is very moody, or they have like uncontrollable anger or sadness, or they're over dramatic. And basically what happens is that when you can't regulate your emotions, you have no control over how you feel. It's this thing where sometimes you can swing from completely calm to angry or sad or ecstatic or furious, anything like that in a very short period of time. And for very mundane, very small reasons at that. It is the actual physical, mental, like inability to control how you are feeling. Now, that doesn't mean that you are gonna always fly off the rails at someone. Just because you are feeling something doesn't mean that that's going to control your actions. But it absolutely sucks, because it's not something that people control. That is the dysregulation part of it. They can't regulate their emotions. They can't look at a situation and go, is this a reasonable response to this thing? Because that's not something they have control over. That's not something I have control over. And emotional dysregulation can occur for several reasons, or it can be a symptom of several things. A lot of people with rejection sensitive dysphoria, that's or RSD, which is a symptom of ADHD, autism, and a lot of neurodivergencies. That is partially emotional dysregulation. ADHD itself has emotional dysregulation as a symptom. Things like cluster B personality disorders, such as narcissistic personality disorder, or specifically like borderline personality disorder, have a lot of rejection sensitive, not they have rejection sensitive dysphoria, but they also have a lot of emotional dysregulation. Trauma can cause emotional dysregulation. CPTSD and other sorts of things, those can all cause emotional dysregulation and or be symptoms of it. And it's a result of a lot of different things, and it just really sucks because you are just going through this thing, and I am currently just going through this state where I am just completely worked up over a tiny thing, and my brain just starts turning over and over and over on itself. And if I sound kind of manic as compared to a lot of my other videos, it is because I kind of am. And like, there's just this immense stress in my brain because I am feeling this thing and I don't want to feel it, but I feel upset and frustrated and angry and bad, and it's over something so small and so minor. And because I'm in this state, other small, minor things are bothering me. I can hear my roommates laughing in the next room over, and I know what they're doing. They're watching videos and they're playing video games, and that's great. And I've, you know, been there with them, and like, I love my partners. I care about them a lot, and I'm happy that they're happy. But because of this emotional dysregulation right now, I can't control my emotions. And right now, my emotions are really, really frustrated that I can hear laughter because it's annoying the fuck out of me. Because, I can't do anything about my emotions. And so hearing a completely contrasting emotion is driving me up the wall. And, I can't do anything about it because I don't have control over my emotions. I would love to be able to regulate my emotions and go, well, logically, this is an overreaction. They're just happy, they're just having fun. And that does not invalidate any of your emotions. And all of that is true, but that certainly doesn't make me stop feeling the thing that I'm feeling right now. And it really, really sucks that right now I just can't do anything about it except go through it. Um, there's grounding techniques and zen techniques where you ground yourself in the moment and you do physical exercise, you experience different tastes. I have a raspberry lemonade mountain dew because I'm trying to ground myself with something cold and something tart, and also because liquids are important, please hydrate. um, get some food, those are also good things. Do something physical, and those can help. But currently, as I know it, after years of therapy and self help and a lot of research and trying to be better for myself, a lot of the things is just to get through it. And that's kind of why I'm talking about this now, is talking about my feelings helps me get through the emotions. And it just sucks just not feeling in control of your emotions, and especially when it's something so extreme. I was happy 2 hours ago. I was ecstatic because there was a tabletop RPG system that I just got in the mail, and I was super excited to play it. And then something small happened, and it felt like my entire world was going to fall apart. And it's not going to, and I know it's not going to. But then I get into this cycle of knowing that my feelings are in an inappropriate reaction to the situation. They're too intense and they don't make sense to normal people. And that just makes me feel even worse. And so there's just this catch 22 of feeling bad but knowing that you are overreacting, or feeling like you're overreacting, and as a result then feeling worse, and it just turns into this terrible cyclical spiral. And what am I supposed to do about that? Is there even anything that I can do about that besides just, and I hate to be going outside and touching grass, but there's there's really not much I can do, at least right now, besides, you know, those grounding techniques. I suppose that and I'm talking about me personally. I'm not talking about the general sense, because of course there's mood regulatory medications. There's like you know other types of talking to your therapist actively, find out what works for you personally. And a lot of people can counter certain things with cognitive behavior therapy. That will work for a lot of people. That does not work for me. And um, right now, unfortunately, it's just a situation where it really just sucks to have such extreme emotions and just constantly feel like you are overreacting to something because you can't do anything about your emotions. It is, to a certain extent, like exhausting and fatiguing and emotionally debilitating because, it's like I barely have enough energy emotionally for myself, much less others. And I just wish I didn't feel so intensely sometimes. But, you know, that's that is part of, unfortunately, the emotional dysregulation is I will feel very intense, and then sometimes I will feel bad about it because it's not something I can control. And that is not to say that, like, that is everyone's experience and that's going to be everyone's pain. Because I don't think any experience is universal, but that is currently my experience and it just sucks. And I just wanted to talk about how it sucks, and if there's anyone out there who also experiences emotional dysregulation, whether it be from trauma or a personality disorder or ADHD or being autistic or anything like that, or you know any any sort of thing, even if it's not any of those things, you just are told that you're a crybaby all the time, or you have a super short temper that goes off at random times, like how does that feel? I would love to hear about it. I would love to hear about how that feels to you. Do you feel like you have control over your emotions, or is it just like this roller coaster that you shouldn't be on, but you can't stop and you're just on it? Um, but yeah, let me know how you guys feel. Uh, I am calming down, so I am going to go and get some more water. Thank you guys for listening, and I will send you guys to the outro. Bye bye.
Well, that's the end of this video. If you have any questions or comments, you can put those down in the description below. I would love that engagement. Or if you have any suggestions for future videos. Otherwise, any links to support me are going to be in the description below, including my Ko-fi, where you can toss me a tip. As usual, thank you guys so much for your support. Bye-bye.